Now, the former Buckeye, Travion Henderson. Running in hard to come by as he'll get ahead 40 yards. Tuli Tuipulotu there for the tackle.
Brings up second and 8.
From the 23. Here's second and 8. Now again, here's Madden. Open Madden. Mario Douglas. And he's even taken down to 37. A pickup of 14 on that ball. First down, New England.
That's good for our Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Working out of the gun. It's May. Off he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw on first down is May. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46, here's second and 8.
Hey, what's that?
Going straight ahead with Henderson. And the pitch is way forward. The game will about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 2.
Operating for the shotgun. It's May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here time.
They'll get across the 20, knock them down to 23-yard.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you. And all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll run, and here's Amarian Hodges. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here we go on fourth down with Herbert. The ball thrown deep for Johnston. And the Patriots will have great field position
defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
He's got it back. Here's Sean Butek. And they move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for our Patriots. First down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Now he'll run it. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Henderson. Good blocking to the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Savion Henderson. Touchdown, New England.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Herbert now on 1st down. He's got his tight end around and gets him the second. Get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got it on the field with McConkey. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Chargers first down. A 41-yard gain. First down, Chargers.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking for a tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
And 10 yards to
Once
go.
he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot, drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. To the goal line, and in. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Herbert to the air again. Forced out wide. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line. And add a pair of points. Touchdown here. Kicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. The ball's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And with all this talk about ball security, I tell you firsthand, like, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, is that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
On the ground, Hampton. He'll take this down inside the 30. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. They'll get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. Third and 5. Shotgun now for Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Chargers.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beat. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one. You have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simple. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal.
And the Chargers, first down. First and goal, Los Angeles.
The throw is perfect. That is high. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal. The 1-yard line.
Hampton will take this one into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Makes the score Chargers 15, Patriots 14.
Still time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no return here. This is a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. May goes to throw. He's found his receiver, Boutte. The Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's May. Open man is Kyle Williams. He's got it. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
44-yard line.
To throw is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. New England going to take their second timeout. Will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
May to throw again. As he throws there, it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Throw again is May. Complete to Henderson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest.
Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. Officially a 29-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Texans were 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Chargers take
And
over.
we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Davis now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin back.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hudson. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of bounds behind the line of
Lost
scrimmage.
1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stumping that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Shotgun snap, and we get it to Hampton. And he will get all the way down to the Patriots' 22-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big hit.
He finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. To throw, it's Herbert. Hauled in by McConkey. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
First down. First and goal, Chargers.
They'll run with Hampton. They'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Moving outside the pocket, and he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Now, Herbert. That is caught by the tight ends. Alonde Gadsden. Touchdown, L.A. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Cameron
Aaron Dicker for
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league, and now it's gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight ends.
Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he's taken down for 9 before he gets to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Patriots. First down. First and 10.
To throw on first down is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And 10.
Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
And the Patriots.
It's a first down, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10.
46-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Douglas in motion. On first and 10, here's May. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Gain of
20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Douglas in motion. Under the gun, it's Henderson. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Back at the 38-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Operating for the shotgun. It's May. Just pass got by Henry, tight end. That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Third and 2.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Out of the gun, here's Madden. First to his right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
7-yard gain. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Made out on first and 10. That's completed to Diggs. And the Patriots are going to first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's good.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. May to the air once more. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he's going to taken down at the 6.
A loss of 3.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half.
At the 6-yard line.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. second and goal. They'll drop to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. His second touchdown of the afternoon. So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. We'll try to go for two and make the difference 3. Here's Matt again. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This is Hassan Haskins to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
Haskins now to return. We'll get this past the 20, which brings it down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's first down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Quick pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down play. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second
From the gun, it's Herbert. To his right. Now he takes off.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, keep this drive alive.
A gain of
2
3
timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got it. On 2nd and 1.
It's second down.
Here's Herbert. They can never get it complete to McConkey. That helps going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down.
16 yards on the play. It's now third and 11.
Throwing now is Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
The Chargers first down.
He's going to let this one go deep. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Matt. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They go to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Makes it third.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big catch.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that thing's down, there was nowhere to go.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. They'll come up for first and 10. To throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for two. That'll work. He'll get in for the two-point conversion. And the deficit is cut down to just two. That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. The kickoff unit is out there. And they'll send this one away.
That was the right shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation. Take a couple knees. Get on with the win.
Here's May to throw it on first down. Forced I'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here we go. One final play. And he blocked down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the Patriots.
Y'all good luck, bro.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the LA Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And here we outbounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Hurts there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
A gain of 5.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Hurts is going to be hurt and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought in right at the 30 here. There'll be a decision here. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Fourth down. They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over.
Intended for Dallas Goedert.
Surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. That's complete to his running back, Hampton. Now he's in for a Charger touchdown. And Marion Hampton, 29 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That's a good by Dicker. And expects to score 7-0.
Eagles nothing.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your back to try to pick themselves back up.
Throwing his Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's made a touchdown, but he's got the first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
A first down carry for Barkley. Pushes him over. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
They go play action with Hurts. And that's the ball away. It fails incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit. Now back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not to stand before they're backed up even further.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And that is incomplete. But pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, shorter zone and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They could not convert. And they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll take this one down to about the 40.
He's tackled at the
40-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Run!
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
So 1st and 10 now
and
from the 30.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Receiver complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
That's another.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Herbert changing things up. Now back to throw. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Run! Baylor Tiger! Baylor Tiger!
To the air again, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Kraft. Touchdown, Chargers. Touchdown. Against him. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. They'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And he's going to be out of bounds here for 1. It will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. To Barkley on the check down. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking Saquon did after the catch, that's impressive.
And that's just demoralizing if you're on the defensive side of the ball, too, because if he catches a short one, that's your opportunity to tackle him, put him on the ground, and get up for the next down. Instead, he makes a move, he makes people miss, he runs through tackles, he spins, he jukes, and he continues to run, because once he gets into the open field, it turns it loose, he can fly.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. But instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
1 yard gain.
Now second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the Chargers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Hampton. He's immediately taking that on the scrimmage.
Brought down
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
At the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marion Hampton with his second touchdown and his first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll have Herbert try and throw for it. That's called. And he is into the end zone. The Bucs lead up 2 more.
21. Eagles 8. Cameron Dicker to kick
After the
off
Dicker
for the
field goal,
Chargers.
he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a
The
touchback.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one recovered by the offense. Remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. They'll try and do this himself. Off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He'll try to do it himself. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters. to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jake Elliott.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the Chargers take over first and 10 field position. Their own 39-yard line. We're going to lead up the Chargers here first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, and spotted at the 49. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. Down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 5. 47 yards rushing for...
Uno más. Uno más. Good luck, bro.
EA Sports coverage from the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive.
At their own
Every time,
5-yard
it will
line.
not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. In good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And 4.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
$13 yards remaining on second down.
32. Set.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. On his horse. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of inspired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. On the ground, this is Amari Hampton.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stopped him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Herbert. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Rondé Gadsden.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Makes the score.
That's a good up and good by Dicker.
Nothing.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop.
The Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
It's now third down.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a third and long.
Two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
250. Give me a radar.
Here we go on fourth. Stanford. And he's caught. He'll be taken down, but not before they whip this across midfield.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Alert!
Stanford on the throw. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure already in the first quarter, already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed, that time lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Now Stanford. Hit the left side, he's got him in. That's Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Stanford.
Oh, as good as he threw it there, that one winds up incomplete.
Intended for
So it looks like they
19.
started some fight in them on this series because it seemed like
It's
things were
now
headed for
second
the
and
red
10
zone.
at the
But if this
25-yard
defense gets
line.
2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Set. 180.
to throw again. They'll get it inside the 20. All the way down to the 17-yard line. 2 yards still to go. Third down
That's
now.
a gain of 8. Brings up third and
Stafford. Here's Gall's target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on third and
First
2.
and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Stafford. That is incomplete. He comes right after the contact. Brings up second down.
As his own brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Stafford. He's got his man in stride, complete. Well, the Rams are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down
It's
to
a
the
gain of
2-yard
11.
line.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got it. Only 2 there on second and goal.
Shy of the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Here's Stafford. That's complete. He's got it. Here's touchdown. 2-2 Rams. There to make the grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert and along with him. They'll take an 8-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Give here to Hampton. 7 yards on the pickup. That'll lead him with a second and 3.
That one right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a second and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they're really incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll check this one down to Hampton. Try! And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marion Hampton, 44 yards. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss. Gets that run after the catch. Off he goes.
Into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
Rams 8.
Dicker now as he'll send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And this return going to be a quick in as he is bolted at the end of that one.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. Well, certainly they rather have the scenario they had last time. Charles and Emily had a short field. They took it in the end zone. It's also going to have to be a longer and sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more quick strike opportunity last time. Exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Stafford. It's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
15 more yards. That's another Ram.
Back to throw for Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Now second and 3.
Parkinson. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the Chargers' 18-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's second and 3. First run now for Kyron Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
On the play.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll get it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Puka Nacua, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it's caught for 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
It's going to skip in the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, they could repeat that in Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. That's to Mario Hampton out of the backfield. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Herbert.
It's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Herbert's pass.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this down at the 17. Good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll try to jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out. Would not allow him to cut out field.
5-yard gain on the play. 53. That's good for a Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11th.
Stafford. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Kyron Williams. As the 1st half is winding down. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Intended for
That's why defenders and often frustrated offensive guys actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's it. It falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is incomplete. With the clock showing just 38 seconds left.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
They've studied what they did in the post area. They've seen that the defense is going to have a little bit of attack against it. So you come out, you have to get all the points back in one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to hold on as well.
Forced to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Herbert now. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. First down, Chargers.
First down, it's Hampton. He's going to take this one across midfield and in territory.
The tackle made.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Herbert going to change the look. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone
6 now.
Makes the score.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room in intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball
Rams
back
take
for
over
us.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. Stafford now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now it's Stafford. Throw inside complete. That's Williams. All the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run.
54 yards.
54 yards.
And a Ram.
So that changes things in a big way. Now
First
from
and 10.
inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Finding Williams once more, complete.
Stafford's
A gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now again, they got 2 in the 3rd. They need it there. Leaves him with 3rd and just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite the lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And it is well run defensively. A great job of setting the edge. And that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
A gain of 15 yards.
And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they send a man in motion right. We'll get around the touch pass. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Puka Nacua. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams will add to their 4th quarter lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to just run that conversion.
No disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
32. Chargers.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Good coverage there on special teams as your game shows 20 at their own 19-yard line. The Charger offense set to take over this battle for L.A. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. When you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, look at the offense not too bad.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're numb to plays and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Intended for Trey Harris.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
That's taken in. Barber's good tight end. First downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Los Angeles.
Herbert throwing again. Complete. It's Ladd McConkey.
Complete to Ladd McConkey.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stick with a passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are in a great field position, whereas this is returned just shy of midfield.
Herbert's pass.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Going to come up short, low throw.
Intended for Tyron
He's been a
Williams.
dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
In the slot in motion left. Throwing Stafford. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Stafford.
No. Doing the same shit. Over and over and over.